Hello everyone, it's me again, Nancy Finch, doing Tea with Nan. I hope you're having a lovely Monday. Happy Monday to everyone. Oh, I just love it today. It's a bit breezy out, the sun is shining, well, some of the time anyway. And we've had some rain as well this morning, which is really nice. So how are you? Is anyone on here so far joining me with Tea with Nan on a Monday, as always at 12 o'clock? I've got my cat cup. Isn't that beautiful? I love the cats. It's really cool. So I'm just enjoying a cup of Earl Grey. And I'm going to talk to you today about being your own sunshine. So that's going to be good. We've got somebody on here already. Just say hi, whoever that is. It's lovely. I hope you're joining me with a nice cuppa. And oh, Annie, how nice of you. Hope you've got your cuppa ready, darling. Hope you're okay and you're completely well. So I'm really good. Hi, Kerry. Nice to see you, darling. Really good. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? I don't know if the sun's shining where you are, Anne, but it's really nice here at the moment. At the moment, it's nice. It's not always nice, is it? So today, oh, thank you, Kerry. You're lovely. Yeah, it's lovely. Oh, she's coughing. Oh, Annie, I'm sorry. I hope you recover soon, darling. Lisa, you're here as well. Hi, Lisa. Lovely to see you. Oh, isn't it nice to get together on a Monday? It's a really lovely energy in the air at the moment. I can feel it. It's almost like we kind of, when we've got a bit of sunshine, we feel like we've got hope and spring is in the air and there's all sorts of possibilities and we can do all kinds of things with our lives. But when it's all cloudy and rainy, a lot of people, they feel quite down and, you know, it's then they've got to try and find some kind of happiness just by being themselves or what they've got around them. So today's talk is about be your own sunshine. I've written a few notes here. I didn't decide to do it until an hour before I got on here, but I thought, what do people need? Well, we depend upon our outside to make us happy, don't we? Quite a lot of the time. The stimulus around us, we tend to think, well, that's going to make us happy, or this person or whatever. And I mean, the weather, for instance, if it's sun shining, everyone's kind of jolly, aren't they? Or certainly happier than they were. But we kind of get a bit dependent upon that, don't we? So, you know, the weather, maybe a job, if we're really happy in our job, that's bringing us happiness. We're kind of dependent on that too. Relationships, another good one. We expect other people to be our sunshine quite often or to support us while we shine. And sometimes we don't get that. So relationships, yes. Family support, perhaps we don't get that enough, or perhaps we need, or we think we need, and might be dependent upon families to look after us or to support us. And that's not always there, is it? I mean, people have got their own issues and we take it personally sometimes if we're not supported or we don't get what we want from that situation or that relationship. So yeah, it can be. Oh, hi Jill, nice to see you on here, darling. Family support, yeah, so a lot of people I see. Oh, Suzanne, hi darling, lovely to see you. Nice chatting to you earlier. Family support we're talking about at the moment, we sometimes don't get it. That's quite often not personal. People have their own issues, as I say, they've got their own things to deal with. And I have a lot of people that I see who are suffering the lack of support from their family at this moment. And so it can be feeling quite isolated and a bit, you know, it can bring their emotional balloon down, can't it? So we've also got perhaps location where you live. People aren't happy always where they are. They think, oh, I don't like here, I'd like to be over there, or I'd like to have this situation change. So quite often they're unhappy because they're not in the place they want to be. You know, the house might not be right or whatever. Hi, Maya. Nice to see you on here, darling. So there's just a handful of things of why, you know, what we kind of hope other things are going to give us happiness. So they become our sunshine, if you like. And what we've got to do is learn to be our own sunshine. So, I mean, if we go back to the weather bit, I mean, it doesn't really matter whether the sun is shining or not. We can choose to be happy. I know lots of people who love the rain, me included, actually. I do like the rain. Because you can go for a walk in the rain and it's so refreshing and lovely. And it can bring you happiness. It's got a lot of negative ions in the air. That's a good thing, by the way. Yeah, you're the same. That's true. Yeah. Thank you, Maya. So yeah, I think weather's just weather. I like all weathers. And so it shouldn't really dictate whether you're happy or not. You know, you can be your own sunshine because sunshine is something that we want to be You can, but despite what the weather is doing, okay, we can. I know plenty of people. One friend on here that normally comes on, she likes to put on her bright red wellies and jump in out in the garden in the puddles, and what a great idea. So yeah, we shouldn't really be thinking, oh, well, great nation of complainers about the weather, aren't we? Oh, the weather's this or the weather's that. Maya says she loves listening to the wind and the rain. So do I. It's so nice, isn't it? Even under an umbrella outside is good. I work in a conservatory here, and it's lovely. It's all sort of cozy when it's really bad weather outside, and the trees, I live near the woods, and the trees are going, and it's, oh, just lovely. I like it. I even like thunderstorms. So the weather should not dictate how you feel, how happy you are, okay? You can be happy in any situation. Children are very good at that. They play in snow, don't they? And they don't think about the weather's just weather. Oh, anyone else saying anything on that? No, almost. Yes, I saw a little heart. Thank you. Okay, the weather shouldn't dictate if we're happy or not. The sun is shining at the moment. It was raining an hour ago. I don't mind. I like it. I like both. Also, if you think about the job I just talked about, people are working in jobs where maybe they're not entirely developed their sense of purpose there, or they're not happy, or they want to move, or they're not getting supported in their work. And that's something else you can find a gift from. So, for instance, if you're in a job that you don't like, and you're thinking, I'd really want to change that, what are the many gifts in that job? What is it showing you? It might show you that you need to develop yourself in one area of your life that you haven't even thought about yet. Or you might need to be self-employed, or you might need to, take a different direction, or develop perhaps a more artistic side of yourself, or etc. So it can be being happy to take the gifts in that particular situation you're in. Many years ago, I was in, hi John, nice to see you. I was in a job many years ago that I really didn't like, and I kept thinking, well, this shows me that I need to be in a different direction. So I was happy to learn as many gifts like self-value, more following my purpose maybe, thinking about what fired me up and made me happy, what would make me happy to do as a job. And so it definitely gave me more confidence in a way, and there was many, many gifts in that situation of being in a job I didn't like. So as soon as I chose to be happy in that, I found that I was more empowered to go and get something I did want. So I'm not saying to be content in it, I'm saying be happy with where you have placed yourself in that moment, to take the gifts that you need to take from that to inspire you and lead you on to new things. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I did. And now I absolutely 100% love my job every single day. And people know that come to see me. So, but yeah, that's the job thing. So, okay, what about relationships? They're always a big one, aren't they? We can use the mirror of a relationship to show us what we need to change in ourselves. The same kind of thing as we just talked about. So if you kind of look at what your relationships are giving you, and you're thinking, well, I'm not happy, and that person over there has got a better relationship, etc. You could then sort of think, well, okay, what am I lacking? What can I give myself in that situation? What do I recognize as important to me? And then that's where boundaries are made, etc. They're more gifts, aren't they? So I always think that positive change can come from every relationship, whether it's negative or otherwise toxic relationships. I've had those in the past, so I do know about this. Maya said, I love watching you. I felt the same. Oh, I can't read that. Oh, feeling better. Oh, Maya, I'm really glad. Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling a bit better since yesterday. Well done. Sorry, I couldn't read it. My phone I couldn't quite read the writing from over here. I don't need glasses, just more focus. So, yes. So relationships, yes, they can be they can really stir you up, can't they? And think, well, I don't want this, I want this. Well, that can be an interesting thing. I've got one of the talks I'm going to be talking about, the orange juice thing, talk that I did. That can really stir you up to give you an idea of what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and how perhaps you can change that. And quite often, as soon as you give yourself the things you need from others, it's great. It seems to come, like the law of attraction seems to come to you. But what I was going to say here is that you could use the relationship to measure what you feel happy about yourself with. So that's always another gift. And also to recognize that sometimes we're codependent without realizing it on the other person to be our sunshine, to give us that support we need, to give us that validation of self. So what you can do is you can imagine when we first get into a personal or close relationship with someone, it's like putting two little seeds into a pot and they grow beautiful flowers, okay? These are lovely flowers growing up in the same pot. But what we don't realise and can happen is we don't really get enough space in this pot to become our authentic selves. As we grow into ourselves in that relationship, we get a bit pot-bound and stuck and suffocated in a little bit in that position, okay? What we really need, ideally, is two pots, side by side, where the flowers can grow. We can grow into ourselves quite easily, happily, without compromise, but supporting each other just by being there for each other. That is not codependent, which is a healthy thing to be. And so that's just something I thought I'd share with you, because pot side by side is a much better way of living. It is. It's because you have this lovely independence, but you're not depending on them to be your happiness, your sunshine. You can be your own sunshine in your own pot. So now I'm going to talk about family support. Same thing. We have too much interaction. We depend upon them to look after us, or they depend upon us. It isn't really healthy to be so dependent on each other, but support each other and love each other, but not to feel that feeling of pressure, which is not good for everybody. We need to kind of be independent, again, like the pots, okay? But we can still care and love and support. That's a slight difference. But I've got a little thing I like to say to some of my clients, and I use a lot. I made this up many years ago, just a sentence. I'm interested, but not involved. I'm interested. I love to listen to people, but I'm not involved with it. My emotional balloon doesn't go down. I don't feel the pressure or the lack of them not giving me what I need from that situation. I don't do that. So I'm interested but not involved. I'm interested as to what's going on in their lives, but I'm not really involved in it. I'm not them, okay? And if you keep saying that to yourself, I'm interested but not involved, it keeps you objective. That means you won't be reacting so much to that family member. I'm interested as to why they're doing this or doing that, but I'm not really involved. It is their journey. It is what's making them, powering them to their own soul gift, if you like. So I'm interested in why they've ordered that. Everybody orders everything on a subconscious level, a soul level. And so if we order some stimulus that's hard or difficult, it's quite often we have to grow from that and learn from that. It's not a punishment, it's learning. Hi, Louise, nice to see you. But we can choose to be our own sunshine despite those situations with family. You know, we don't really need them to make us happy, okay? But it is nice if they do, and we do it for them, great. But it's a nice, healthier way of looking at things, okay? I'm going to be there just as much, but I'm just not going to be as involved in what their situation is. So my emotional balloon stays high, and I can be objective and give them more love as a result, because you're not too busy feeling that pressure that you might feel from that family member. So now what else we got? We've got location again, yeah. So if you think about where you want to be, it could be, hi Louise. So it could be, I'm not happy in this house, I'm not happy in this country, or whatever, wherever it might be. At least if you could take that situation and sort of think, well, there's lots of gifts in this situation. I know what I don't want. I know what size house I want. I know what I want to pay. I know where I want to go, country-wise, or wherever you want to do. I know quite a few clients that are not happy in the situation they're in right now, in the houses they're in, etc. And I keep telling them, if they sort of complain about that and they feel bad, it is just going to affect them physically, emotionally. Their chakra energy will go down. You know, they'll feel out of control if they feel powerless to change that. You know, in any situation we've just talked about, this area here, the yellow, this is our stress center as such, but it's also our power center. If we're feeling powerless over any of the situations we talked about, or codependent, etc., we're going to feel afraid of not being in control. We're going to react against whatever's around us, the stimulus. So we've got to be objective, and we've got to be powerful and stay powerful in our authentic self, so that we can be more for them, and we can be our own sunshine and be an inspiration to show them how to be theirs. Oh, Julie says, hi Nancy, sorry I'm late. That's okay, hon, you can go back and listen to it again. And we're talking about be your own sunshine today, when the sun's shining or not. And we've talked about whether the weather can change our feelings towards our happiness, can't it? Our jobs, our relationships, family support, and location, as we're talking about now. Thanks for the hearts, guys. So if you're not happy in your location and you're thinking, I really want to be somewhere else in my life, or where in the world, whatever, then you can just, thank you for the hearts. Then you can just think, okay, I'm learning how to be happy in this moment. I know where I want to go, but I'm not going to complain about where I am right now. I'm going to see that wherever I am right now is showing me what I don't want. So I'll be happy to learn that gift. I know what I need to go for. I know where I'm going to put my energy. That's what you can think. I'll put my energy there. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go there. I'm going to have that house or that job or that place or whatever you want to do. You can put your energy to anything as long as you are not complaining about it. If you're complaining about it to yourself, your emotional balloon goes down, your body, your mind, and by the law of attraction is going to have a negative effect. So when you worry about something, or you feel trapped, or you feel powerless, that's this one here, your whole body will feel it. Your spine will feel it. Your adrenals will be up. Your stress levels will be higher. You'll feel out of control. Fear is a terrible thing. Fear makes people, it stagnates them. It puts them in a tiny place. And you can't really be sunshine if you're full of fear. So it's important just to think, well, there's gifts in every situation. If I can find that gift, then I'm no longer afraid of it. And if I can find I need this or need that information from that, then all you have to do is put yourself in that place with your mind. Hi, Rose. Nice to see you, darling. It's great you're on here. So being positive, being your own, sunshine is really important. Nelson Mandela found peace and happiness inside a prison. I mean, he was a great example of that. He didn't have to be outside to feel free. He felt more freedom inside because he was free here within himself. And that's what we need to realize. It's not really stimulus based. We might think it is. We might think when that person does this for me, or when I have this, or if I had a bigger house, or whatever, whatever was on the outside as a stimulus that we attach ourselves to happiness with, okay, that we think it brings us happiness. So if we realize that happiness is an inside job, and we can then learn to be happy and peaceful inside, we're more likely to have the energy and the inclination and the direction we want to go in to put ourselves out there, to have that attracted back into our lives. Happiness is an inside job. It is. And so we've only got to think, I choose to be happy. I choose to be. Despite this, and this, because there are many gifts in recognizing what you don't want, but to realize that higher energy of self is what's going to attain what you do want. That's where the energy is. Be in the moment with what you have and be your own sunshine so you can elevate that emotional and spiritual energy you have inside you to direct you to the place you know you want to be in any of those areas we mentioned. Now we've got we've got Nan Talks. Nan Talks. I've written down 4 Nan Talks. Well, 5 really. And they all connect to being your own sunshine. Excuse me. So we've got the first one is Be Your Own Cake, number 19. And of course that is obvious. That's my favourite connected to this, because number 19 is it's in the orange section, by the way, if you go to my website. And that's www.nancyfinch.co.uk. So go to the orange section and it's all been put into colour order. Be Your Own Cake is all about you valuing yourself as your own source of happiness. Being your own source of happiness, what does it take for you to really be happy just being you? What could you give yourself? Can you take yourself a walk? Can you buy yourself a meal? Can you, etc., etc. If you listen to that one, it is really good because it shows you how to be the source of your own happiness. I mean, I would say be your own cake, be your own source of happiness, and everyone else can be the icing on the cake. Now that's healthy, because then of course you're not codependent, are you? No. Who's saying that? Oh, I think that's John. Hi John, nice to see you. Right, so Be Your Own Cake is number 19, orange section. Have a listen to that. That will help reinforce what I've just been talking about with Be Your Own Sunshine, okay? The next one is gratitude, and that is number 37, and it's in the green section. Well, if you think about it, when you're grateful, like if you're grateful in any of those situations, You're grateful, for instance, the weather. To be able to see the sky is lovely. You know, there's some people can't see the sky, let alone moan about it. The grey clouds, etc. The weather, the job, the relationship, family, where you are. If you could be grateful for what you actually have in that situation, then you're going to value everything a lot more. It's going to help your body in this area here. All the colours I talk about that they're associated with help different parts of your body. So I talk about that when you listen to that talk. I'll show you where it goes in your body, etc. But gratitude is so good. Actually, gratitude's for the green area. I got confused between Be Your Own Cake, that's orange. So these two areas will be stimulated when you go to listen to those. But be grateful is such a nice thing. It's good for your body. It's good. It releases all those happiness hormones as well. It's really good. And as a tonic to your body. But because it is so good to attract more things to be grateful for. I found once that I had a little book of gratitude things, and I kept putting things in. And the more I put things in that day, the more I had come into my life to be grateful for. It was an elevated situation. I just loved it. I got happier and happier and happier throughout the day. So it'd be lovely if you were to listen to gratitude. Number 37 in the green. Then I said before, you've got orange juice, number 41, and that's in the orange section. That teaches you how to use all the feelings you get when you're with someone who literally squeezes out a feeling that you have a reaction to something. So when something's not going right and something stirs you up inside, that feeling that comes up to the surface of you, of your mind, that's what we need to deal with, and we can use that as a gift. And it's a Wayne Dyer story I talk about in there, but it is actually something, a way that I use it. I'd like you to try and use it to give yourself what you're not getting from another person, okay? And to take responsibility for it as well. So we have to realise that, don't we? So, Be Your Own Cake, gratitude, orange juice, lovely, number 41. And the last one I've got for you is Pollyanna. Now that's about taking all the positives from a negative. So I believe, and it comes from an old story as well. Hi Katie, nice to see you, darling. Pollyanna, positives from negative. That's based on an old story really, and I explain it more in the talk. But it's about maybe finding things that are really positive from a negative. So in the story, it's only one thing she finds, but I like to find 5 things. I challenge myself to find 5 good things every time that something isn't right. So something made me unhappy, or something makes my inner child feel, oh, I wish I had more of this. Hi Karen, nice to see you, gorgeous. Lovely, I love the hat on that on your little picture. It's so nice you popped on. So yeah, I like to find 5 things that, hi Nikki and Adrian as well. Thank you for joining me. So 5 good things from a negative situation or feeling that I've got. And I find it very easy to do. Once you start doing that, you start to change how you look at everything. And you start to see the positives, you start to see the gifts, and, oh, okay, that's not quite as bad anymore, you know? Adrian says, hi, Nan, better late than never. Absolutely, you can always listen to this again. It's just nice to say hi to you, really. So I love you all being here. It's really great. So 5 positives out of every negative. I can help you. If you find you can't do it or you find you struggle, I can definitely help you with finding 5 things out of a negative. It's a game that you can play with yourself. So that is one of my favourites. I use it a lot. It's number 12 in the Nan Talks, and it's in the blue section. So if you go to that, I'm sure you're going to like that. I do. Hi Sue, nice to see you. Oh, it's lovely. Thank you for that little hearts as well. Great. To add to this, I mean, obviously you've got Be Your Own Cake, gratitude, orange juice and Pollyanna to help you understand how to be your own sunshine. But if you really feel, I'm really not happy in this, despite all the gratitude and everything else I've just been talking about, then you need to listen to Remove the Nail talk I did, number 20. It's in the red section, and that shows you how to get the courage to move forward and change your life. Yes, we're going to change our vibe inside us with the other things I mentioned, but you might need to actually make some plans to change your life. And that Remove the Nail will definitely help you. It inspired me anyway. I made it up and it inspires me to change everything I need to change. Remove it. Do something about it. Make a difference. Even if it's a tiny difference, you're still doing something to change that. But you're doing it with emotional energy that's higher than it would have been if you complained. Okay? So, yeah, I think that's more or less it. If we are feeling happy, then we are... Oh, Tracy. Oh, that's nice. Sending love to you too. If we're feeling happy, if we can be our own sunshine, then fear can't live in our bodies. If we're feeling happy, then we're in control and we keep our power. That's what we really need to be focused on, keeping our power and feeling in control. Hi, Jane. Nice to see you. So basically, keep your power and control through your reaction to a stimulus. Whatever it is, you have got the choice to keep that feeling of, I can be happy despite what's going on. I can feel that feeling. I can develop that feeling through gratitude and value for everything I'm learning. And that is going to help you in so many ways, physically, emotionally, etc. So, and by the law of attraction, especially, actually, because whatever you're feeling, you're attracting more of it. So 17 seconds of being grateful, for instance, is really going to attract more things in your life to be grateful for. There are lots of things, and I can help you if you need to talk to me about this. So you can always catch me on my, or you can talk to me on my email, nancyfinch at hotmail.co.uk. You can go on my website. You can message me. You can go on here, Facebook, and talk to me. Also, if I'm going to put this on YouTube later, if you're watching on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share. Yes, and join me perhaps for another Tea with Nan next Monday at 12 o'clock, because Mondays are my favourite days. And they make me happy because they're new beginnings and anything can happen, can't it? So I think that's basically it. I'm wishing you all a namaste moment and big hugs, and have a wonderful, safe and happy week, and really enjoy being your own sunshine, because you do have a choice. I've had a very challenging life, actually, most of my life, but I still chose to be sunshine. Okay, I chose to be the warmth that I wanted to be in my world for others and for myself. I chose to be my own support. I chose to have that strength and to overcome challenges by recognizing that I needed to raise my emotional balloon higher so I could then direct where I was going. Oh, thanks, San. Thanks, Annie. Lots of love to everyone that's listening today. Please share this with your friends and family. The talks will help them, and there's meditations on there as well on my website, so help yourself to those. They're all beautiful. Thank you, Julie. Oh, thank you. I really hoped I'd be an inspiration today. It's lovely to be told I am by you. Thank you. I'm very grateful, very grateful. And I just love being here every Monday. So I'm saying goodbye to you all, one at a time, I think. Stay happy. Stay happy, because that's how you keep your emotional balloon high. And we have, as I say, a choice. So I shall see you all next Monday. I don't know what I'll be talking about, but it's going to be fun anyway. Be happy. Choose to be happy. And lots of love to you all. Namaste. I shall see you next week. Bye, everyone.